Aloha everyone, Russell Wright from curationprofits.com. I'm going to go ahead and go public with this video so that we can invite some other students into the Curation Profits course. But this is a question that comes up a lot about content curation, real-time news curation, one feed to rule them all, RSS curation, video curation, and topical theme curation. There's a lot of different kinds of curation when it comes to Curation Nation, this book that popularized this whole curation movement. There's also a lot of technical confusion about content curation because people don't really understand how to integrate the feeds that they already have, and they think they need to create a lot of new content and start curating things left and right. But if you're not focused and you don't have a strategy, none of it really makes sense. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of the curation platforms that we teach you about in curationprofits.com course, and we're going to talk to you about how to think about these topics, specifically when it comes to link flow, page rank. A lot of content curators, real-time news curators will tell you that SEO doesn't matter much. It's nonsense, because if you don't have a strategy, you're not going to build your brand equity or your ranking equity across multiple platforms. So we're going to jump right in. The images that you see on the screen right now are previous images from the basic and advanced RSS or one feed to rule them all setup, all which you learn in the course. So let's go ahead and start talking about my favorite platforms. Storify is a useful one. Okay, and we're going to talk about Storify as passing PageRank. Also, YouTube is a curation platform. Most of the topics and most of the platforms that you can use for content curation are free. And there's a lot of upgrades possible for some of these platforms. We'll talk about those, which ones to use, which ones not to use. I'm going to talk to you a little bit first about YouTube and Storify. We're going to talk about PageRank. PageRank is how Google determines who's talking about your site and whether or not they should rank you in the search engines for keywords and topics and themes that you seem to be an expert on based on what we call over at the Theme Zoom offices, natural language processing and topical theme clustering. We teach you how to do that. Even the layman can do that using our consumer level natural language processing tools. But the bottom line is you just got to know what the conversation is about in the marketplace. If you know what the conversation is about, it's not difficult. YouTube, of course, passes PageRank. Here's our Theme Zoom profile. These profile pages, this has a PageRank 4. It's nothing to ignore. PageRank 4 is not huge, but it's very useful when you use it properly. But what I wanted to show you is that I consider YouTube as an integral part of the content curation process, especially when we get to the more advanced story flipping curation processes using Quora, Storify, and some techniques that are closely guarded secrets in our organization. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this particular video is a video that's in my YouTube channel. It's received 1,000 views, and sure, it has a few likes. It's got 50 likes. I will point that out. It does have a PageRank 3. That's pretty darn good for an individual video that's siloed underneath your video channel. And you need to start considering these types of things when you create your outbound link from your YouTube channel, which would be right here. I'm driving link juice to my G++ sales page, and I get a lot of traffic and ranking on the search engine for this sales page, and it's a PageRank 3 because I'm passing so much link juice and other people have embedded it. Isn't that just bizarre that it's a PageRank 3, even though I don't have a huge amount of content? Okay, that's kind of some pretty cool stuff. All right, so if we go back to what we're looking at, the curation tools that actually have PageRank. Let's go ahead and look at some more of these. The next one we were going to go over is Storify. I love Storify. Storify is a great way to begin crafting the elements of your story, especially if you have a little journalism and a little copywriting. A book I recommend for story flipping is called Made to Stick by the Heath brothers. My favorite book. If you want to know more about that book, you can visit my domain at brand2stick.com. If you want to learn about the 6 success methods of driving stories and flipping stories, we talk about all this in the curation course, Curation Profits. Now you can see that this site has a PageRank of 2. Nothing to shout home about, but geez, I didn't focus on anything to get that PageRank. If you go into a direct story, I've got stories that have a few hundred views and they're going into PageRank 2. I've even got one that's got a PageRank 3. And it just went viral. When something goes viral, it's going to get embedded, it's going to get retweeted, and so on and so forth. And you'll be building PageRank as quick as you know. Well, we develop with premium content curation. It's all about maintaining or holding the energy, if you will, the PageRank of your empire, so that you do as much linking back to your own websites as possible. Okay, so the video can be embedded from your site. You know, you don't have to do it in every story, but I recommend that you try to own the elements of your story so that you maintain PageRank within your own organization. If you don't have time, then obviously you take shortcuts, but at least you're doing it consciously. A lot of curators out there are just linking left and right, bleeding out their blogs, and they think it's curation. It's not. It's just not. And we're going to talk about what the difference is. And we're talking about premium content curation, which is our little kind of spin on curation, is like paying attention to RSS automation, micro content syndication, and mass traffic being generated by your feeds, as well as SEO link flow using website silo architecture and natural language processing. You're going to love this stuff, you guys. Okay, let's look at Scoopit. I love Scoopit. It's one of my faves. The developer of Scoopit, I've been talking to quite a bit because I just think he's got an amazing thing. Love the application. Yeah, let's go ahead and move forward on Scoopit. And that's the next one. We're going to cover Scoopit and Posterous. Let's cover Scoopit just to begin with. Scoopit definitely has PageRank. You can look at stuff that I've just been doing on the fly using my Scoopit bookmarklet, which comes with your service. There is a paid and a free version of Scoopit. For those of you maybe you can't afford to pay for Scoopit, it's still a ridiculously powerful service, even for free. I've told Guillaume that he needs to take off some of the features, but he just wants to keep things going viral, so powerful. You can see that it's got a PageRank too, and there's been no focus on PageRank. All I've been doing is clustering and building some stories. I can show you how to nest Storify inside of Scoopit so that you have the optimal PageRank and you're driving PageRank via PageRank to your primary site. So think about that. You've got Storify, here's a Storify story, embedded inside a Scoopit story, which has your embedded elements in that. Like, try to figure that one out. Well, we do try to talk about it in the course. Okay, and also here's my Scoopit theme page. This is the compilation of all the magazines that I've started inside Scoopit, which is a curator's tool. It's a shared curation tool. And you can see that this has got a, this is actually that's not PageRank 6. This is actually the general Scoopit area. If I go to my dashboard, you're going to see that this also has PageRank as well. And that's really cool that you can actually develop, that you can, just from the stuff that you've got going on, you've got a Scoopit. Okay. Oh wow, it is showing as a PageRank 6. I don't think that's how it is. I think my Scoopit is a PageRank 4. I know Scoop.it itself is a PageRank 6 at this time. Okay, so I had this set up to show you my themed page. Yeah, that is, looks like I've got some link bleed. It's hard to say, but I have a PageRank 4 to 6 from my Scoopit curated topics area. It just shows you how thematic clustering, those of you who've used our other products like ThemeZoom, Kraken, the last keyword tool, and website silo architecture, we've taught you how linking, what we call buoyant PageRank, actually works. If you have a great site like Scoopit that's got a high PageRank, and you're topically themed, there's probably some link bleed that's going to happen to you, and it depends on how they're set up. Then there's things like Posterous. Posterous is something that I use for a different purpose than normal curation, but it can also be used for a normal curation tool. Let's go ahead and find it here. Love Posterous. Posterous has some very powerful widget integration. Okay, and you can see that the Posterous page that I'm showing you here has a PageRank of 1. And that was done passively without any consideration or concern. So real-time news curators and curators who are telling you that SEO doesn't matter, that's fine. But the fact is that you can still have a strategy that retains the SEO link value passively while you're accidentally doing other things and still contain all of your buoyant PageRank, thus ranking higher on the search engines for thousands of keywords using far fewer inbound links than your competition would ever dream. And why not do that? If you set it up properly, it's set and forget, right? So there's no problem doing that. And then my favorite, another favorite curation tool is Twylah. Twylah is a lot of fun because, go ahead and move to Twylah. Because Twylah is automatic. I've been talking to the developer of Twylah. She's done some great work. It'll immediately turn your Twitter feed, not your Twitter feed, actually your Twitter status update, it plugs into your Twitter account and extracts all of your tweets and turns them into a web page. What's interesting is that it's a thematically relevant web page with PageRank. And if you're following the ThemeZoom, my company's top-down strategies, you're already themed And if you're following premium content curation, you're retaining link value, and you are going to get PageRank to some of your Twylah silos, depending upon how you work them. Think about that, guys and gals. That's developing PageRank at the speed of thought on accident, just with a little bit of foresight. And then we're going to update this video with the information that, of course, Google Plus is follow. We all know that. And I was able to find some profiles that are really focused on PageRank. We have Robert Scoble, who's a big technology ego, and as a result, he's got PageRank to his post and about us page on his Google Plus account. But you can tell if you're in Google Plus. If you go up to the left-hand corner of your screen, you're logged in. That's Google Plus. He's got PageRank of 5, which, dang, is that impressive. That's really great. I haven't focused on getting PageRank to my About Us page at all, because I just don't have the precious profile focus. We've also got Bradley Horvitz, who's the VP of Product Development at Google Plus. He's got a PageRank of 6. Thank goodness he's got PageRank that's higher than the Scobalizer, right? So there you go, PageRank of 6. And that's the About Us page. Also, the post page on Bradley's is a PageRank 6 as well. Look at Robert Scoble, his post page drops to, stayed on 6. These are fluctuating all over the place, okay? So that goes to show you that PageRank is also a significant part of what we call Google Plus, okay? So and Google Plus is a great platform to use. It's a free curation tool. When you know how to use it, it's actually the ultimate curation tool, because the Google Social Graph is a technology platform that you need to notify and let them know what you like, because Google is turning into this monster of social and search retrieval integration, which we call Cybernetics. They have the social world and they have the human world. This split personality is getting more and more interesting every day, because it's hitting you in your day-to-day activity right on your search results. You've got the personalized results, and you've got the Google proper or Google legacy. Personalized results are directly related to, that's these things right here. They're directly related to what's going on in your social, personal environment. If you're a Google Plus member, which you can tell if you are right here, it should be your name. People who are in your circles are going to see the things that you're syndicating through your Google Plus network. So not only is it a powerful curation tool, it's also a great syndication tool for the social environment which you're cultivating on Google Plus. But to make matters more confusing, you also have the logged in and the logged out Google. You can only tell if you're logged in if you've got your name up and you're logged into what used to be your Gmail account or now your Google Plus account. So there's the tale of not just 2 search engines, social and legacy, but now the logged in and logged out. To make matters worse, all of you SEOs listening to this, if somebody arrives on one of your websites and they are logged in to their Google Plus account or their Google primary database, you are not going to know which keywords they arrived off of the search engines on your website from. Okay, this is crazy stuff. Here's the good news. If you're following our premium content curation methodology, we're incorporating all of this tale of 3 Googles into one single action and strategic plan that can allow you to integrate and literally target all 3 of these dichotomies. You might need a little help taking our Google Plus course, which is not included in the Curation Profits course, but almost everything you'll need will be there, because Google Plus is not required for people who are less social. Okay? So that's really, really cool stuff. And to wrap it up, we have Quora. Quora is one of my favorite tools because it's where all the money is. People are asking questions. Sometimes they're just asking questions to be annoying, but you don't really care. If they ask questions, and you can use those questions and you can curate those questions and put them on your site while you're containing all of this link flow pointing towards your internal empire and towards your money sites, because you have such a killer strategy, because you have enterprise platform thinking, okay? And the one feed to rule them all system is something that you'll need to learn on our other videos. When you're doing these things the right way, you're going to rank, you're going to socialize, you're going to syndicate, you're going to penetrate your social media environments, you're going to get indexed on the social web through your RSS automation. But not only that, they're going to be clickable headlines syndicated through your network because you're answering questions that people need the answer to, which is the definition of market. A market is a pain that you're trying to solve for the industry, either through information or products and services. And we don't get too much into Quora in the curation course because it's an advanced module and it's separate, available elsewhere. But by the time you finish this course, you'll be ready literally to use Quora and other services, if they're interesting to you, that we offer. And to make matters more interesting, Quora, of course, does have PageRank. If you look at Quora, here's a Quora question I answered one day on a whim. It got embedded, and now you can see it's a PageRank 1. Which digital content curation tools and services leverage semantic web link data? Somebody borrowed that, plus I put a YouTube. We teach a specific method of ranking on Quora, and you're going to love it because you can curate your own elements. And remember, questions convert and lower the bounce rate, just like videos convert and lower the bounce rate. We've discussed how YouTube, Storify, Scoopit, Posterous, Twylah, Google+, and Quora all carry PageRank. And if you know what you're doing, you're simply going to crush it. And when I say crush it, I don't mean Gary Vaynerchuk crush it. I mean network empire crush it. Don't get us started. I look so forward to seeing you on the inside because I want you to have the same opportunity that I have to work out of my own home, travel the world, live in Hawaii, be happy with what I do, and help other people literally begin to communicate their passions to the world, but using rational and enterprise level thought processes that integrate your whole empire using SEO, RSS syndication, and content curation. My name is Russell Wright. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.